And good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Music for Gaming. All the gaming of those other streams, but none of the music. And also today, none of the gaming. I thought I would take today and really do more of a podcast Q&A explainer video, something or other. Um, because, Mixer announced yesterday that they're closing down. So as of July 22nd, Mixer ceases to exist. Um, and that's not great. I really like Mixer. And so I'll be talking about that here in a little bit. But the short answer is, there's nothing I can do. Mixer's going away. So first, you can see the address right below me. I will be moving the stream to Twitch. It'll be at twitch.tv/musicfreegaming. So for those of you who have been around a while, will remember I used to stream there. So this isn't entirely, I'm not starting 100% from scratch, but that's where I'm going to be. And it's with mixed feelings because, again, I really liked Mixer. I did not want it to go away, but it was weird. And I want to start. I thought it would be good to start with a little bit of history. So I started streaming back in 2015. I started streaming to YouTube because that's what my PS4 could stream to YouTube. It could stream to Twitch. And I knew YouTube. I used to do podcasts and things. And so I would stream over there, or I would record. Sometimes I would do it live. Sometimes I do it pre-recorded, but I would create my show and then I'd upload it to YouTube. So I knew how YouTube worked. I knew I had some good analytics. YouTube's analytics are phenomenal compared to what Twitch was giving me at the time. I think still does. YouTube's analytics are amazing. Mixer's analytics, to be fair, stink on ice. Okay, they are not good. I had to put together some stuff in my bot to give me some stream stats that I could try to rely on a little bit more and get some stuff out of. And that was fun. I love Mix It Up app that lets me do some of that. But anyway, so that was 2015. Around Thanksgiving, it was awesome. I eventually started doing multi-streaming. Right, I was on YouTube for a while, tried Twitch, went back to YouTube, and then found out about Restream. And that was really cool. So I was able to stream to YouTube, to Twitch, at twitch.tv/musicfreegaming. And I was able to stream over to Beam at the time, when Beam started. And that was really cool. Now, I couldn't use... They had a new protocol, which was super cool, called FTL. Stands for, faster than light. The idea is that, hey, they had sub-second latency, which was cool. Couldn't use it because I was restreaming. But the fact that they did have it was really cool. And there were a couple of times when I streamed exclusively in a Mixer prior to my move, partly to test that, partly because it was cool. But I did a Kingdom Hearts 3 series of streams, right? Played through Kingdom Hearts 3. And having the sub-second latency was amazing. Oh, man. The way I was able to interact with the chat was great. I loved it. And so when it came on towards the end of 2019, I started having some issues with Restream. Their service was they were having some reliability issues, and then the straw that broke the camel's back was actually YouTube. They were making some changes to help deal with, bad content targeted at kids or exploiting kids. It wasn't good. Okay. Unfortunately, some of the changes they were making broke Restream. Okay. I could not stream to YouTube. So that left me streaming just to Twitch and Mixer and then uploading to YouTube, which was okay. But I took the opportunity to reevaluate whether restreaming was the right choice for me. And I'd been doing it for years, but for most of 2019, as I'd been thinking about it, I was beginning to realize that multi-streaming was not ideal. Okay. It was nice getting, I had people from YouTube who would hang out and I give it to those YouTube guys. I had 2 or 3, maybe 4 people on YouTube they weren't there every stream, but they were regulars and they were there fairly often. But I had no growth on YouTube. So when it stopped working, it's like, I'm kind of okay with this, really. Because I was at the same level of subscribers. I was hovering right around 420. And for months, no new subs, sometimes no new viewers. It was just the regulars who would show up. I was streaming to Twitch. Occasionally I'd get some Twitch people. It was kind of nice. Some of the communities I was in, they started to, some of those people would come over to my stream on Twitch once in a while. That was kind of cool. But sorry, my glasses are just sitting stupid on my face. But I wasn't really seeing a lot of growth on Twitch either. Mixer, I was seeing phenomenal growth. It was growing like mad. And I think as of today, let me scroll down. I can't scroll down from there. Let's see. Let's pull up the dashboard and see where I'm at. I'm at, was it 980, I think? 991 followers. So close to 1,000. So close to 1,000 followers. YouTube, as I said, had was around 420. But Twitch was sitting at like 200, 250 maybe. Almost nothing. So it was not great. And so when I said, you know what? I think I'm going to give up multi-streaming and focus on one channel. And for a lot of reasons, it was a great choice. I decided to focus on Mixer. Okay. And that was in so many ways, that was a phenomenal choice. Okay. So here's why. First off, I got to take full advantage of the platform I was on. When I was multi-streaming, I had to basically play to the lowest common denominator. Right? So I couldn't take advantage of anything special about any platform, right? I mean, I was stuck with, okay, I can do chat. Mixer had Mixplay board, but I couldn't do anything with it because it felt like I was excluding my Twitch viewers. All in all, it was just bizarre. Okay, so being able to focus on one platform let me do all sorts of cool things. It also let me deal with bots in a nice way, because when you're multi-streaming, I need a bot that I can talk to all 3 platforms in my case at once. That was really hard to find. The Restream chatbot worked. Okay. Was very limited, but it absolutely worked. Streamlabs CloudBot started to show up about the same time, and it worked. It was okay. They've added some features to it since, which help. But I discovered the Mix It Up app, which is a phenomenal bot. I'm going to talk about that here in a little bit, because when I talk about what's going to happen as I move forward, but the Mix It Up bot or Mix It Up app provided me all sorts of cool things. It's basically what drives my stream now. Okay. Yes, I still use OBS. I use Streamlabs for my alerts, but I use combination of Mix It Up to like when I do like this. Let me pop up. Here's my social links, right? That's actually handled through Mix It Up app. That change. Okay. I use Updeck on my phone to trigger that, but Mix It Up does that. All of the Mixplay sounds, right? All of those movie quotes, all of the Snapchat filters, all of that gets triggered from the Mixplay board through Mix It Up app. And it let me do some amazing things. Okay. Almost all of the stuff that I can do on stream for sponsors, for subscribers and stuff, that's all driven through Mix It Up. And man, I
have some concerns.
Yeah. See, I'm with you, Sprite. I have more than my share of concerns. But all of that was driven through Mix It Up app. I didn't want to leave that behind. And it was great because I loved it. And Mixer was amazing. Also, hello. And Mixer was amazing. The FTL stuff is great. That sub-second latency that I get is fabulous. It helps me interact with all of you in the chat in a way that I couldn't do when I was multi-streaming. Because you're always going to get a little bit of latency anyway. It's a couple of seconds to YouTube or Twitch on their low latency settings. Restream added another 4 or 5, 6. So it was really tough to deal with. But man, the ultra low latency here that you get with FTL on Mixer, I love it. It's amazing. I like the layout. They had a co-streaming feature. I never used it. Okay, because I'm an antisocial type, and it's one of those things that you see every once in a while. Like I'll see streamers like Mandalin, like Sam. They'll team up and they'll be playing, like on Sam's stream, they'll be playing Stardew, or they'll be playing blanking on the silly pirate game. Anyway, whatever it was, it's there. It's something. Wow. Streamlabs has decided to be talkative today. I forgot stuff. Sea of Thieves. That's the one. Thank you. Yeah, Minecraft Dungeons, Sea of Thieves, straight Minecraft, right? And sometimes they'd stream together, sometimes not. Mixer had a co-stream feature that if I were to co-stream with somebody, you can go to my page, go to my channel, and you could see everybody I'm co-streaming with. You can see all of their screens, all of that stuff. That was a fabulous feature. Never used it personally. I was looking forward to being able to. Not that I couldn't, I just didn't ever hook up with people. Again, it's that whole antisocial thing, right? So I liked, also because Mixer was a smaller platform, it was easier for me to get some of those more organic views. More people would sort of stumble into my streams than what I was seeing on YouTube, which was 0, and Twitch, which was pretty close to 0. Right? Which is why I was seeing all this growth on Mixer. Yeah, so it's been great. Chugging along, nearly 1,000 followers, and then yesterday, Monday morning, the bomb drops. Microsoft is shutting down Mixer. Now, there were some other issues, and I'm going to get to those here in a little bit. Because I had some concerns with some things that Mixer was doing, just internal things, internal politics things. But there were some issues, and one of the issues, I'll get to it now. There was a blog post here, or a blog post. There's a news story. Where was this? This was on Respawn First, and they it was a former employee who was talking about some issues at Mixer, and one of the issues was that his manager was talking and had an analogy here. It's this right down here. It says, "I'm in between a rock and a hard place. What I mean is all the partners are my slaves. I own their content. I control their success on our platform. For me, I am the slave master. I own partners." Okay. That's a little problematic. As a content creator on Mixer, that's problematic. And hey, from a racial sensitivity standpoint, that's really problematic as well. So I remember I was seeing that Sunday night, Monday morning, and thinking, okay, this is not good. This is not a good look for Mixer. So what's going on? What am I going to do? And there's a streamer. She's a partner streamer. It was Hey Lochness on Mixer, who was considering not streaming that week because of those comments and things like that. And so there was all this concern. What's going on with Mixer? Because this is obviously a big deal. And then Monday they come out and said, nope, goodbye. Mixer's shutting down July 22nd. Okay, obviously it caught me by surprise. Caught their partners by surprise. It caught their employees by surprise. And that's one of the things that really cheeses me off about this. I hang out in the Mixer Discord server. There's a community server for Mixer streamers. And they had just rolled out clips for non-partners. It was like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks, maybe. And one of the channels had a Mixer employee who he asked for the channel to be set up to solicit feedback and all this stuff. And it was fabulous. It was, working with this employee, sharing feedback, knowing that it was going right to the dev teams. It was great. The news drops on Tuesday or on Monday that Mixer's shutting down. He posted it there in the channel that the employees found out about it about 2 minutes before it was announced. They didn't know any more about it than anyone else. And it was horrible. And I think I posted on Twitter. It's like, this was the, that's one way to deal with their racism problem, right? Is just kill the platform. Right. I was hopeful, Sprite. The idea that Mixer, okay, so Beam starts up. It's this upstart platform at a time when nobody could touch Twitch. Even YouTube couldn't touch Twitch, right? All of the big streamers were on Twitch. YouTube was trying, they were failing, but Beam was catching everybody's attention. The FTL protocol, the low latencies, all that good stuff was still sort of there, but it was interesting. Microsoft bought them. Now, I'm not the biggest proponent of Microsoft, okay? Haven't been for a while, but they've been getting better in those areas where I have to deal with them. Microsoft bought Mixer, or bought Beam, renamed it Mixer. Now, I'd been streaming on Beam for a while, so this was interesting to me. It's like, okay, here's some real money behind this platform. Microsoft could stand up and really put their might behind it, right? Microsoft, they've got Azure, right? Their cloud hosting platform. All the Xbox stuff runs through it. Sony cut a deal with Microsoft late last year to use the Azure platform for some of their PlayStation stuff, some of their game stuff, some other things. I don't remember all the details. Right. So I was thinking, okay, this is great. But and for a while it was. But then it got to be sort of apparent they weren't putting the resources into Mixer that they needed. And I think this goes to what you were saying, Sprite, is that it just didn't quite. It never grew, right? They had long-standing bugs. You couldn't change the logo of a team, right? So Mixer had teams just like Twitch does, but you couldn't change the image. It was a bug. It was broken. They were really slow getting clips out for everybody, not just partners, right? There was this laundry list of things that are almost entry-level table stakes that Mixer was slow to get. And I was hopeful. I really liked it. And I figured Mixer was going to go one of two ways. One, it was going to shut down, or it would finally, something would click. It would hit that threshold and it would take off. Now, I was hoping for it to take off. Obviously, I was wrong. Okay. Which kind of sucks, but, there it is. So let's talk a little bit about where things are going from now on. So start with the Mixer platform first. Microsoft cut a deal with Facebook. Obviously, this has been going on for a while. They worked a deal with Facebook to transition all of the streamers on Mixer who wanted to go over to Facebook Gaming. Okay. The partners would be granted partner status on glass half empty type of person. I understand that. I try to maintain a positive attitude, but it gets me sometimes too. But anyway, so Microsoft worked this deal with Facebook so that partners could go to Facebook Gaming and immediately get partner status. Even those of us who were monetized but weren't partners, right? That's me. Where I could get Embers, which are again Mixer's flavors of bits for those of you who are still new to the platform. But in theory, I could go over to Facebook and I could possibly end up in the same boat where I can get, Facebook calls them stars, I think. That's their internal microcurrency, support your local streamer thing. I don't want to be on Facebook. Okay. I really don't. There are a number of reasons. One of them, I don't like, as a streamer, I don't like their real name policy. Okay. Not that it matters for me particularly. Yeah, Failbook. That's about it. One of the things that people like is they go onto a platform and they don't have to be John Doe, right? I can sit and okay, here in my chat, here's Satan's Sprite. Okay, we can talk. I don't have to know who you are. Okay, you don't necessarily have to know who I am. I'm just the guy who plays video games on the internet for the entertainment of others. Okay, and it doesn't matter, right? We can all be sort of who we want to be online, and in some ways escape from the world, right? All of the weirdness that happens online or offline, whether it's pandemics or government tyranny, overreach, police brutality, racism, all that stuff. It's like, you know what? Go online. On the internet, nobody knows you're a dog. And it's great. Also, I'm not real fond of how Facebook handles people's data. Okay. I've been trying to mostly stay off Facebook. I can't be off it completely because I still maintain a page for music for gaming. I do kind of want to see the rare pictures of my niece and nephew that get posted, that type of thing. But Facebook gaming was not going to be a thing. And I already mentioned at the beginning some of the issues I had with YouTube. Discoverability on YouTube is almost none. It's just the last several months I was there, nobody was showing up. I was trying to advertise in other ways, but I had very few new viewers on YouTube. And you always have some that might pop in on any platform. They'll watch for a while. Sometimes they'll follow, sometimes not. Even those that popped in, very few of them would follow or subscribe, as YouTube calls it. Plus, YouTube, being as large as YouTube is, not for streaming specifically, but just for video in general, their focus is on the big players, right? They want people. If they haven't been knocking on Ninja's door 5 minutes after the Mixer announcement came down, somebody over there has failed. Okay, right? They want the big players, which means people like me get nothing. Okay, because I'm the small fry. Even on Twitch, I don't have affiliate status on Twitch. I was never able to get there. Hopefully I can get there fairly soon now that I'm moving over there full time. But the focus for YouTube is on the big players. They do almost nothing to help the smaller people. So YouTube was not going to be a thing for me. And if I wanted to keep streaming, it's pretty much Twitch or bust. Okay. I don't want to stop streaming. I enjoy it too much. Okay. I love being able to, I like playing the games. I'm going to play the games regardless, but I love being able to talk to all of you, right? Because that's fun. Again, I'm not the most social person, but I do enjoy talking to all of you in the chat. So yeah, fun. There are some laughs I've had I never would have had on games if it weren't for streaming. It's like in Minecraft, the mushroom mouse I built the other day. If I were playing on my own, I'd have seen that sign and okay, whatever, I'll build it. But because I saw my mistake on stream, I had to go ahead with the mushroom mouse, right? Yeah, because it was fun. It led to cool things. And I love that. So I wasn't going to stop streaming. So that said, all right, well, YouTube is out. Obviously Mixer is going away. So I guess that's going to leave me on Twitch. Now, there are other services. There's services like DLive. I didn't want to go there. I'll go back to Twitch. I'm established there, at least marginally. We'll see how it goes. And of course, there it is, twitch.tv/musicfreegaming. You can, obviously, if you haven't followed there, you still can. There's plenty of time. I'll be there for a while. So hopefully I'll be there for a while. That's not to say I don't have reservations about Twitch. One of the reasons I was kind of happy to not be on Twitch, right? And there are people who will support me, which is great. And I'm actually going to talk about Mandalin and some of the others in a little bit. But one of the issues I had with Twitch was I don't necessarily want to call it a Twitch culture, but Twitch has some serious issues with racism, sexual harassment, sexism, other forms of abuse on the platform. Okay. And how they deal with it is strangely flexible, right? If you get some small fry, they start dropping racial epithets on their stream, okay, they'll get banned. You get somebody like somebody huge. I remember PewDiePie had on YouTube. I think he was on YouTube because I got kicked off Twitch. But there are several others that, okay, they do say something, they drop an N-word or something like that. Oh, okay, you're banned for a week or 2 weeks. Or there was an issue. In fact, there was a story over on GameSpot. Whoosh on over there for a minute. So, right, there's a story over on GameSpot because there are some definite problems with their response or lack thereof to some of these issues, right? Now, they come out, their statement here, we take the accusation of sexual harassment and misconduct extremely seriously. However, the number of streamers I've seen who have to deal with people who harass them through their chat, do hate raids. I've seen a number of comments about these types of things, right? This is not a great environment. And it was an environment that was mostly absent on Mixer. So I'm not happy diving back into Twitch dealing with some of that. Now, with some of this coming out, and especially with the issues that were coming out about Mixer and some of the racism that was happening within their culture, there's a move, and there's a hashtag activism. Tomorrow, June 24th, they are running there's a Twitch blackout scheduled. It's a 1-day boycott of Twitch. The idea is that nobody streams, nobody watches. Let's kill the platform for a day. And do it as a way to raise awareness or encourage Twitch to do something, right? Because I remember seeing people drop into my streams with very, very sexually explicit usernames, racist usernames, and I'm not super thrilled jumping back into that. Twitch has made it very easy for that sort of environment to thrive. Now, I don't think Twitch blackout tomorrow is going to do anything. I wish it would. It's not going to. Right? Oh, we'll deprive Twitch of revenue for that day. Except the number of streamers, I said, well, I was going to stream Wednesday, but since I'm going to participate in Twitch blackout, I'll stream Thursday instead. All they've done is affect Twitch's cash flow. They get their money a day later. For Amazon, they're not going to care that much. It's nice to see, but who knows if Twitch is actually going to do anything about it or not. I don't know. Like I said, I hope so. I really, really hope so. And again, it's not like Mixer was perfect. I certainly had my share of trolls in my stream, who drop in and would do, comments about my age, because while I think I still look younger, I am 42. I mean, let's face it, I'm not the young teenager on Twitch. Hey, I'm a fat guy. Yeah, there's some of that too. But I'm also not a woman. I'm also not I'm white, right? So I'm not dealing with the racist comments. I'm not dealing with those harassing comments. Okay, if you want to call it acknowledging my privilege, go for it. But I don't have to deal with those as much. But so I had some reservations. I did think a little bit about, is this really where I want to go? What really cemented it for me that yes, I can absolutely do this. And I can step back into Twitch and deal with that is one, okay, so sort of glass half empty. Nobody watches my streams anyway, right? So yeah, go with it. But it's actually streamers like Lochness, who's moved over to Twitch, streamers like Mandalin, right? Who I shout out frequently on the stream. In fact, do it again. Maybe. Did I hit the button?
Shout out to Mandalin.
Yes. So
Shout out to Mandalin.
Aha! It was just slow, so I'll shout her out twice. Woo! At twitch.tv/mandalin. Streamers like Manda, Lochness, Sam, twitch.tv/ I think it's SEUM. These are streamers that are super, super positive, right? And seeing some of the stuff that Sam has posted about harassment that she's had to deal with, other issues she's had to deal with, it hurts, right? Nobody likes to see any of that stuff, right? I mean, she talks about she went to, I forgot which conference she went to last year, and she got roofied. And, you know, possibly by somebody she knew very well. So dealing with all that stuff, it's not great. But then seeing these streamers, Sam and Manda and Locke, who are super, super positive and upbeat and welcoming and all of this stuff, it's like, this is what I want, right? When I started to get into streaming, and I found the LDS Gamers group, which has a bunch of family-friendly streamers, and not just family-friendly, but also welcoming and engaging. And that's how I found Manda. And through her, I found Sam. That is the sort of positivity I've always tried to have here at Music Free Gaming. Have I always succeeded at that? No. Straight up, I will confirm for a fact, no, I have not always done that. I try, though, because that's what I would love. That's what I like to watch. That's what I want to be a part of. That's what I want a community to be part of, is welcoming and engaging and welcoming again. Yeah. Exactly, Sprite. I mean, I love having that type of, being part of that type of community, right? Yeah, there are Let's Plays I've watched, there are streams I've watched where the streamers are absolutely a lot of fun. Not always the most welcoming. Sometimes the communities themselves are a little bit cliquish, right? There's a little bit of gatekeeping going on. Oh, if you haven't been following them since, 1874, you're not a real fan, right? But I've never felt that when I've watched Manda or when I've watched Sam. And that's something I really want to have. Okay. And I think I can do that on Twitch, right? That's sort of what my streams are anyway. So that's not changing. And it's not like I'm going to lay off the ban hammer just because I'm on Twitch, right? So I've looked at that and thought, you know what? I can look at those examples today, right? I was watching Mandalin stream for a while, while I was at work, which was all sorts of fun as she was out there. Heck, I think you were out there on the server at the same time, checking out the new Minecraft update, right? And it was great and it's fun, and her kids are in the background and they're having a grand old time, and seeing everyone in the chat and on the server, it's great. So that's something that's obviously that's not going away. It's something I'm going to try to continue doing as I stream over there. But it's definitely those type of streamers that I kind of look up to and say, you know what, this is what I want to be able to do. This is what I would want to do. And I'm hoping I can still do that on Twitch. Now, there are a couple of issues now, unfortunately, that moving is going to cause problems, at least for a short while, the short term. So I mentioned earlier, I use Mix It Up app to run my streams. Okay. I use it for everything. Mix It Up was a mixer specific bot. Okay. That's what it was written for. That's what it was designed for. That's what it did. That's what it does. It does it very well. All right. That's how I do that shout out, right? I've just got a command and Mix It Up. It does overlays, it does all of this stuff, which I don't want to lose. And I was a little bit concerned. Well, yeah, Streamlabs for Mixer, right? So here's the fun things, right? So what I'm going to do, well, let me back up before I get into that. Mix It Up had announced months ago that they were going to eventually, they wanted to get the 1.0 release of their app finished and out. And then they were going to add support for Twitch, YouTube, Facebook gaming, potentially. Well, then the Mixer announcement dropped on Monday. And they had an emergency meeting of the Developers Council. And they decided to fast track Twitch support. Now, the good news is they already had most of it in place anyway, right? Because they've been toying with that for a while. And so I jumped in on a stream that they had this afternoon. And so the good news is they will have full Twitch support, or at least the like 80%. It's like the 80-20 rules, right? Chat support, login, right? All the basics of being able to use it on Twitch. All of that will work in a release around July 10th. Okay, so that's what, 3 weeks away from now. They're going to start having preview builds. They said sometime in the next couple of days. So tomorrow or at the earliest Thursday, maybe. Too late for me to be able to use it on Thursday's stream, but starting probably over the weekend, I can start playing with it and start working what I need to use it on Twitch. So that's really exciting because I said it drives my whole my stream pretty much, right? Right. I mean, it's the intelligence that does all of this stuff. But, and we're talking, this is a big but. This is Weird Al Yankovic in Eat It music video size butt. Okay. Twitch does not have the Mixplay board. Now they've got extensions which can do the same thing, but there's some problems with that. But the reason this is sort of an issue is I was using the Mixplay board to make it to easily surface subscriber rewards, right? To do sort of an on-channel currency with tickets so that you get interaction, like the quote that you played earlier there, Sprite. I can do all of that through chat commands, but it's a heck of a lot easier to pop up the Mixplay board and click a couple of buttons and play a movie quote or turn on a Snapchat filter. You don't have to remember anything. Oh, look, here's a button that looks like it's a picture of Baymax. That'll play the I Have Some Concerns, right? Okay, and that's great. But I don't have any way of replicating that. So channel point redemption is a thing. I have to be affiliated first. I was looking into that earlier. It's like, okay, channel point redemption works. It actually, in a lot of ways, channel points work a lot like Sparks do on Mixer anyway. But yes, it is affiliate or partner. You have to have those. Again, I'm not an affiliate. So, yeah. Hopefully I can get that soon. If I can get some support or, viewers, I don't, whatever. Within a month, maybe I can get there. Okay. And that'll be great. Okay. I'd love that. And then I can get channel points. Now, there's some cool things. Part of what I was watching, a Mix It Up stream this afternoon. They've got some cool things that will tie in with the channel point system. So some of the fun things that you can do on Mixer with stickers and things are really easy to do. What I'm doing for subscribers and and with tickets is, don't work as well with that system. Now, there are some things I can do. But again, it's all going to be through chat commands and stuff. Doable, but not as easy to use. So the good news is Twitch has an extensions thing, right? So if you're on Twitch, either as part of an overlay or as a panel on the video, there are some things you can do. Hang on, my knee just started to itch like crazy. Okay. There are some things you can do. This basically gives you it's basically a web page. You click on it, stuff happens. Okay. Fabulous stuff. You can do all sorts of good things. It has a different usage model from Mixplay. And it gets a little technical. But the way the Mixplay board works is you run an application on your desktop, basically. You can run it anywhere, but like Mix It Up, it runs on your desktop. That application connects to the Mixer servers and to your Mixplay board and creates that link so that when you click on a button on a Mixplay board, something happens in the application. Okay. Really easy, straightforward, fairly secure. Okay. No big deal. Twitch extensions don't work that way. Twitch extensions work with the expectation that the extension that you're loading goes to some web app hosted on a website somewhere. Okay. And that doesn't work for a desktop bot. Okay. Now for something like Streamlabs, Streamlabs in theory could set up a system and they do actually, they have they drop into a Twitch extension. You can do a bunch of stuff and tie in with all of their things. And it works, I guess. But it doesn't. But you have to do things the Streamlabs way. So you have to use Streamlabs currencies. You have to use. There's no way to tie it into like Patreon, which I do to provide and or free events, or I said offer them at cheaper levels for subscribers. I can't do that with Streamlabs. So now all is not lost. I am a programmer, right? I can build a web app, do some things on my end and make that work. They're also talking on the Mix It Up app stream this afternoon that they're looking at doing some stuff like that as well. So what that looks like remains to be seen. Certainly if I try to do that on my own, it's going to take me months to get around to actually getting it all written and functional. I can get the chat stuff in fairly quickly. So what does this mean for the future? Well, for the next couple of streams, well, yes. So Streamlabs does have Patreon integration. I don't think they have Patreon integration for their channel redemptions, right? So Streamlabs can pop up alerts and stuff for Patreon. I have to go back and look. I mean, I could be mistaken. I haven't looked at it as that closely. I'll have to look after the stream. If they do, that might be helpful. But on the other hand, I'm going to have a lot of this stuff in place, potentially anyway, in the next couple of weeks, because I don't want to lose all of the stuff I've got going on, and I don't have to, potentially. Just means it may take a little while. But, so here's where things are going to go. Starting Thursday, the Thursday stream, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, I will be streaming on Twitch. This is my last stream on Mixer. And I wanted to stream here one last time as sort of as a goodbye. Also, I have nearly 1,000 followers. I don't have nearly 1,000 followers in my Discord or that follow me on Twitter. So I wanted to post do one last stream here on Mixer as the goodbye. This is, it's been great. Please come over to Twitch. This would be awesome. But starting Thursday, I will be streaming at twitch.tv/musicfreegaming. And that's where the streams will be starting from then on. For Thursday streams, definitely. And for Saturday stream, most likely. I will, all the mix it up stuff won't be happening. All the cool chat things I've got going on, sadly will not be there. What I am going to do, and you can see it popped into the chat because I was doing some configuration of it early this morning, is I will be using Streamlabs. Excuse me, I'll be using their CloudBot temporarily. I've actually been using it on Mixer anyway, not to do anything during the stream, but to provide link protection when I'm off the air. Right? Because last thing I wanted was people to drop in my stream and use it as a link farm. Oh, yeah, go here to get your ED drugs, or here to go to this porn site or whatever, right? I didn't want any of that. So Streamlabs was taking care of that for me. And it will still do that for me on Twitch, I think. But I'll be using Streamlabs for the next couple of streams for sure. Just for basic chat commands and some other things. That does mean that some of those subscriber rewards things will not be available for the next couple of streams. Okay. And, I know Sprite, we've talked a little bit off air, and you've been very understanding, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. I really do. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. But the understanding that, hey, this wasn't planned. I'm now, scrambling to put the pieces back together after Microsoft ripped it all apart. But we'll get things going. There are actually some cool things coming up in the new versions of MIU that will hopefully actually make some of the text-based redemption a lot easier. So that'll be cool. And, okay, so it means you type a little bit instead of clicking on buttons. If I can keep that simple, it'll be even better. But that's where things are going. So I'm excited. No, I can't say that. I'm not entirely excited about the move. All things being equal, I'd rather just Mixer was still there, and I'd rather Mixer be taking off and becoming a full-fledged competitor to Twitch. Obviously, that didn't happen. But it's a new start, right? And that was when I moved to Mixer exclusively back in November. I was excited about that move. It really was a chance for me to rebuild my stream, to really focus, to rebuild things. And you can actually go back and watch those videos on YouTube, which still a thing. I will still be uploading stream archives and everything up to YouTube. But I simplified my overlays, right? Because I used to be really busy because I was multi-streaming. I had a chat window that was embedded, so it had chat from all of the different services. I had rotating ads. It was kind of a busy overlay, and I simplified that. Right, it's when I went back to I went super simple, and then spent the little bit of cash, right, to have this type of overlay, right? So I've got sort of the animated camera frame. I've got the little bar down at the bottom, right? And I'm hoping, and then of course I've got my webcam view where I do other things. And I'm hoping I can take this opportunity as well as a chance to grow as a streamer, to help again make that sort of community, right? I've often thought, could I be a full-time streamer? I don't know. I don't know that I could do that. But I want to be able to stream, to help support my habit of gaming, right? And I want to be able to hang out with wonderful people like all of you. So, it's the glass half full mentality of, hey, it's a new start. It's a chance to rebuild, to do things better, to make things better. And there are definitely some things that I'm looking forward to moving forward that, MIU can hook up, right? The Mix It Up app can hook into the Twitch channel redemption stuff. Okay. Wouldn't, as far as I can tell, it doesn't use any of the tickets and things, right? It doesn't use my custom currency. It only uses Twitch's, but it lets me do some of the fun things like, some of the Mixer stickers and other fun stuff. But so no, that last, the YouTube link, the youtube.com/musicfreegaming_live is in fact the YouTube channel. Yeah, and that was a problem with YouTube, and it ticked me off. So I set up my YouTube channel. When I've got enough followers, yes, well, spelling there would be a problem. Okay, there is no spell check in that. All right, well, that's cool. It's spelled occasional, spelled with an S. All right, I gotta go. Now you've pointed it out. I've got to go fix that. All right, so let's see. Where is it? That's over here in my commands and over here in YouTube. Right. And occasional is spelled with an S. Oh! Okay, so I want to blame that on... Aha! Well, I hit play instead of save, but at least I think I've got the spelling right this time. You know what's really bad is I've been studying Spanish. I've mentioned that a few times. And it has done horrible things to my spelling. Right? All these words I had a hard time spelling in the first place. Now they're really close to being the same in Spanish, but they don't have double letters or something. It's like, okay, this is not going well for my the whole I can spell thing I try to get going on. So yeah, so anyway, so that's kind of where things are going. So yeah, so I'll be streaming on Twitch starting Thursday. And said there'll definitely be a couple of days where all of the on-screen redemption things that I could do on Mixer won't be available. But hopefully starting next week, I'll actually have, after the first rounds of those beta builds of MIU come out, something else got to fix. I'll be able to start getting those redemptions back for everybody. So that'll be a good thing. So yeah, so I hope overall that's sort of explained where I'm at, what's happening with the channel, with the streams, my thoughts and concerns about what's going on. Feel if you have any questions, of course, feel free to ask. If you want to ask after the stream, feel free to hit up the Discord, or I'm at Music Free Gaming on Twitter. Post comments on the YouTube. Unlike most of my streams, usually I put them up a week after the stream. This one's going to go live almost immediately. So if you're watching this later on YouTube, have a question, you can drop it in the comments there as well. So that's what's going on. And yeah, Streamlabs. Yep, I forgot to disable the timers on Streamlabs after I was playing with it this morning. So I've got all sorts of bots chatter happening out there in the chat. Sorry about that. It's one of those fun things when you're in a hurry, right? But yeah, I can't overstate how much I appreciate everyone who's followed, Sprite as you've been a subscriber over on Patreon, which Streamlabs was kind enough to remind us is still a thing. And for everyone who's followed me from YouTube or Twitch over here when I went exclusive, or it's been followers for a while, I cannot. I don't know why Catbot removed your comment. But it definitely got aggressive. I don't know why. Maybe it doesn't like the word sort. I don't know. But it still showed up on the overlay. So, apparently Streamlabs chat thing is just silly anyway. But yes, I absolutely, as I said, I cannot overstate how much I appreciate all of you who are here, who support me, support the stream. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. It's possible. Apparently, shh is too close to being something else. Yeah. So with all of that said, I'm sort of out of my prepared notes. So I did not expect to go 2 hours. So I will be kicking off early. But again, I did want to thank everybody as I move over to Twitch, starting on the stream Thursday. In fact, let's see. Yeah, so there's the schedule. Again, Tuesday, Thursday, 6 p.m. Saturdays at 7:30 in the morning. Again, this is all U.S. Mountain Time. It is currently just after 7 o'clock. So if you need to adjust your sundials, that's where it is in Mountain Time. So, yes. So actually 7 o'clock Mountain Time would be 9 o'clock. So 7 o'clock Mountain Time is 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock U.S. Pacific. It is also 1:04 in the morning UTC. So if you like to set your clock by UTC, you can do that too. That's right. It was, it was 8. It is currently 7, which puts it then 6 o'clock p.m. is 8 o'clock Eastern. So yes. So there you go. All of that stuff. So time zones are wonderful fun, aren't they? So, anyway, I don't know how many times I can say goodbye. I'm going to say it again because it is wonderful. And if you want to stick with this and stick with the stream, join me at Twitch, twitch.tv/musicfreegaming. And I'll be back on Thursday. Be back playing some Minecraft. Speaking of Mandalin, be back playing on her server in the survival world I'm working on there. So my little corner of that world. And it'll be all sorts of fun. So until next time, be excellent to each other. This is Music for Gaming signing off.